Hi, this is your favorite English language tutor, my Balla. Today I want to talk about something that I find very, very important to the psyche to the psychological mindset of non-native speakers of English language, especially those from the anglophone countries like Nigeria. I want to state that I have observed over the years as a teacher, as a lecturer, whatever you would want to take, that Nigerians have developed a kind of attitude that stems from the colonial experience. For the fact that English language is the language of our colonial masters, it has made non-native speakers of English language to give excuses whenever whenever there is the demand for a near perfect performance in the language they are learning. The fact is this: if you're learning their languages, various languages, for example in Nigeria, if it is English language, if it is Igbo language you're learning, the Igbo man wouldn't want you to perform woefully in his ears. He would want to correct what you're saying, trying to teach you the correct form of his language. The Yoruba man will do the same. The Hausa man will do the same. Other various languages will do the same. If you're learning anybody's language and you're not pronouncing it correctly, or you're not speaking the language the way you should, each person would want to correct you so that you speak the language correctly. But when it comes to English language, most of us are guilty of refusing to be taught the English language properly. And our excuse is the fact that it is not our language. For example, I'm learning Igbo language. It's not my language. Yet, I'll be taught to pronounce things correctly, to speak the language rightly. And so, in my opinion, if you're learning any language, you need to learn the language with near perfect performance. Forget whether the language belongs to your colonial masters or not. So Nigerians need to do away with that from their mindset. And again, there is a saying that says that English language is not a measure of intelligence. I agree with this statement halfway to a certain extent. I'm a language professional, and I know that the learning of any language, not just English language, any language, requires some certain level of intellect before you are able to learn any language. So that statement is a half-truth. Half-truths are not absolute truths. And so we should be able to celebrate you if you are able to speak any language you learn, starting from your L1, your first language. If you are able to learn a second language, a third language, etc., up to a near perfect level of performance, I think you should deserve a credit. And so we should do away with looking at those who are trying to speak the English man's language to a near perfect standard. We should do away with looking at them or criticizing them in a very bad way. It is a good thing to learn the language properly. And again, there's a difference between speaking English language with correct pronunciations and speaking English language with the accent of the white man. They are two different things. And I can tell you that Nigerians do not know the difference between speaking English language with the right pronunciations and speaking English language with the Englishman's accent. They are two different things. There are people who speak English language, even though it is not their first language. They speak it with the right pronunciations and also with the white man's accent, possibly because they lived with white people or they live abroad or so. But then, no matter which one you have, either you have the accent or the correct pronunciation or both, it is not a crime. Thank you very much.